What's up guys, in this video I wanted to go over a build for Amara that's going to let you play a Mayhem 4 without using any anoints. I know some people struggle to get the super good anoints, so I wanted to make a whole build around that to show you that you don't have to have decent anoints to play on Mayhem 4. So I hope this build helps, and let's get right into it. So starting off, we have a 1-pump chump right here, and this is very good because it's very easy to farm, and it does a lot of damage. As you see, it gets insane damage bonuses, and it also has a 50% chance not to consume ammo, so you can keep shooting this thing over and over again, assuming you get lucky enough. So the 1-pump chump is super good for single target damage, especially if you phase grasp an enemy. You can pretty much one-shot most things. But going on to the next thing, we have the ion cannon, and we have a ×2 version. It's no anoint on it, and this is still really good. This thing still shreds everything in the game, even with no anointments. And again, this is also very easy to farm. It has a dedicated drop. You just have to hope you get a ×2 one. Next, I have a feral boomer right here. You could honestly put anything you want right here. I just have this for fleshy targets, but if you have another gun you really like, or another gun that's gonna, be suitable for whatever you're playing, you could definitely switch this out. This is just what I have equipped. But the next main thing is the Lucky 7. Now, since you don't have anoints on your weapons, you're basically using the Lucky 7 to put anoints on your weapons. It's all based around luck, but you can sometimes reload and you get insane benefits from it. So basically, you're just putting anoints on your gun is the way I'm looking at it. But alone, this thing is not too good. You have to keep reloading to try to get good benefits. But honestly, you get decent ones every now and then. Like, it's not like a super rare thing, but don't expect to be getting every single bonus on your first try unless you're super lucky. That's not gonna happen. The shield and grenade right here are the only things I have anoints on them. I know it said a no anointment build, but these action skill and anointments are just the bread and butter on Amara and even characters like Flak. And the reason I have these two shields, as you see, they're both purple. I literally just farmed these from a vending machine. You can easily get these. It's not something super rare you have to get lucky with. You can just keep saving and quitting and farm a vending machine over and over again. So I have bonus incendiary damage and bonus radiation damage. I never throw the grenade. The shield is kind of pointless. It does give me amp damage, but that's kind of bad because it already has a low capacity and I'm taking down the shield. But yeah, these are mainly for the anointments. As I said, I literally just farm these from a vending machine, and you guys can do the same thing. So next, I have a phase zerker right here with max stacks when you pop your action skill. You get more rush stacks, and you get more gun damage cooldown rate per rush stack. This one is also giving me 45% Jacob's weapon critical damage, which helps out a lot with the 1-pump chump. So if you can get a phase zerker with Jacob's critical hit damage, definitely use that one. Then finally, for the artifact, I have the snowdrift auto idol. This is going to give me a lot more slide speed, and I get 18% of my max health after killing an enemy. So getting into the skills, I have 5 points to do harm. This is going to buff my ties that bind damage because we're going to be using ties that bind. So this is going to greatly increase our ion cannon 1-pump chump damage. Crowd control is going to be insane. Next, I have 3 points of fast hands, which is going to give me more reload speed and weapon swap speed. This is really good for things like the Lucky 7, even the 1-pump chump if it doesn't reload. I have 1 point on here, Violent Tapestry, just to keep the stacks up easier. 5 points of Restless to get 25% more action cooldown rate. 3 points of Transcend to get more action and critical hit damage. Really good for the 1-pump chump. 2 points of Alacrity. I just had to get down to the bottom. So with this and fast hands, you get a pretty insane amount of reload speed, which is very good. You don't need a lot, but this is more than enough for the build. I have 1 point of Ascendant right here to buff Stillness of Mind. So locked targets are going to be locked a lot longer, and they're going to be easier to kill, especially with things like do harm. I have 3 points in Wrath right here. You get 20% more gun damage, and 20% even more after pop an active skill. One of Amara's best skills. I have 3 points in Awakening to buff do harm, and I guess in a sense buff Violent Tapestry a little, but the main thing we're trying to buff do harm to have a lot more damage with ties that bond. I have 1 point in Avatar. I get 10 more rush stacks, and I can pop my axe skill twice for cooldown. This is very good, as your crowd control is just going to be insane with this skill. Now next, I have 3 points steady hands to make hand-on accuracy really good. It's going to really benefit the 1-pump chump. I have 5 points in Infusion. Our action skill element is going to be shock, so all our guns can do shock damage. And then with our shield and grenade, we're also going to be doing incendiary radiation damage. So I have 5 points of Tempest right here to buff my elemental damage and shock damage, which is going to be really good paired with Infusion and our anointments. And then I have 1 point in Animal right here just to get down to the bottom. So 1 point in Dread right here as well to get 15% more gun damage, and all my guns are reloaded after I kill an enemy with phase grasp. So this is why you don't really need a lot of reload speed, because you're going to be phase grasp pretty much everyone and getting your guns reloaded. Now 3 points indiscriminate right here, and this is really good because the ricochet is going to allow you to kill a lot of things, especially with the 1-pump chump, because it already does an insane amount of damage. And things like with the ion cannon, if it ricochets, you can crowd control so much. So this skill is very, very good for this build. And finally, I have 3 points of personal space to get bonus damage up close. So it's 36% more damage. Now, as you saw, I have no survivability skills, and I did this for a reason. Other than my auto idle, of course, where I get 18% more health after a kill. But I did this for a reason. I soloed Slaughter Shaft with this exact build with no survivability skills and no anointments. I kind of just did it as a test to prove that you could do it. So if you want to change these skills around a little bit to have some survivability skills, this is totally a thing you can do. On my first try, I soloed this with no survivability skills other than the auto idle and no anointments. So this build is specifically to help you farm better gear in Mayhem 4 so you can get some anointments on your gear so you can have these, top tier builds. This build is not going to be able to get you through Mile 1 Takedown. It possibly could if you play extremely slow, but don't be expecting it. Now, it can get you through Slaughter Shaft with ease. And maybe when Mile 1 Takedown scales down to, player difficulty, it could definitely get you through that. But as of right now with 4 players, it's not going to be able to get you through it. But anything like the Slaughter Shaft or other in-game content like that, it can easily get you through this. You do have to be a little careful because the shield obviously not being that high and with survivability skills, but you can do it with the amount of crowd control Amara can just get. Now this build is also decent for bossing, especially if you can get some lucky 7 procs and the ion cannon. You can kill bosses pretty easily with this build. It's not going to be, the insane 1 to 2 second boss kills, but it's enough to be able to let you farm for better gear. Definitely recommend getting all this. Like I said, all this gear is farmable. If you need to know where this stuff drops from, there's probably millions of other videos that go over it. But for the shield and grenade, definitely just farm vending machines. I got these anointments super quick, just farming vending machines. That's going to be the build, guys. Like I said, this build is not supposed to be one of Amara's, top tier builds to let you solo everything on Mayhem 4 with your eyes shut. This build is to help players out who need to get better gear from Mayhem 4 to allow them to do that. This build is super easy to attain. There's nothing hard to get from this. You don't even need like the Snowdrift auto idle. That's just what I have. You can use another artifact. Even if you want to use artifact for survivability, you could use that. The Phase Zerker, pretty much any Phase Zerker will work. I just happen to have one with 45% more critical hit damage, which helps out a lot, but any one will work. Like I said, this build, easy gear to obtain. You don't have to get super lucky other than just the drops themselves. 3 of them are pretty much given drops, and 1 pump chump can be a little farmy, but eventually you'll get one. But anyway, yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the build. I hope you guys can get this, and I hope it lets you get better gear from AM4. I hope you can farm some anoints, especially in the Slaughter Shaft. That's probably your best place to do it, and you can start crafting builds around them. Anyway, I want to say really quick, I'm almost at 500 subs, so if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for all the recent support on the channel, and that's gonna do all for me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.